This is a red Ibanez. I'm Andy, this is my friend Steve, and we're at Ibanez, we're at Meinl in Germany, and we're looking at some new Ibanez's?
Of course, Ibanez's.
Ibanez's for 2025, but this is from 2024, and I fell in love with it from the picture. And I picked it up today, and I love it, but not everybody here loves it. You haven't really played it much.
No.
It's 225 euros. It's a Geo, and I like it mainly because of the color, right? So
you like red guitars,
I love
right?
red guitars.
Yeah.
Well, I love red as a color. It's possibly the most red guitar I've seen in a long time, because it's red here, it's red up there, it's red on the back, but most importantly, it's red on the back of the neck. And I don't like guitars that have color, finish, paint on the back of the neck. I like bare wood. How do you feel about necks? Is it important to you?
It's the most important thing for me, generally, to be honest, because if the feel on the neck is good, you feel yourself comfortable and you can play better, I think.
I think so too.
So
I've got a clean setting on there if you want to...
I prefer chunky necks, of course, so we didn't talk about the neck already, but it's kind of chunky. It's not really chunky, but it's better than a modern C shape, right?
Yeah.
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 It's a good feel. That's right. Your try. Quite nice.
But I know you as a player, and I know, because we're friends in the real world, and we played together for quite a few years, and I know that when you're jamming with a guitar and when you're not jamming with a guitar, I'm going to say that you enjoy this guitar. Am I right?
I will say that, yeah.
I shouldn't like it because of the neck, you know, because of that color. Now, 225 euros. Is the trem any good? Let's find out. Ready? Here it comes. Not terrible. Not terrible. Not great.
Not terrible, but also not great.
I'm going to defend the guitar for a moment by saying that it was out in the cold foyer, in the entrance hall, for at least 36 hours, and I brought it in, and someone was hugging it for me to warm it up. I'm just going to tune it again, and I can do that. We can speed this up in the video. So back in tune. I was a bit unfair to it then. Experience of the tuners is they're not great. And my advice, Steve, with new guitars, new guitar players, it's better not to have that on there.
A tremolo, yeah.
How do you feel?
Generally, I would not suggest new guitar players to use a tremolo somehow. I know it's fun, but yeah.
There we go.
Focus on a different thing. And
fixed it.
Yeah, perfect.
Fixed the problem. We were talking about Ibanez generally, and how when we think of Ibanez, we think quality. Is that correct? This feels suddenly like one of those video channels. So, we think, you know, one of those QVC. You know, do you have that? But we were talking genuinely yesterday. Ibanez is quality, or is it?
It is, really, it is. I think so too. It's everything you get, and even it's one of the cheapest model, it always has a quality standard. It will never be cheap somehow. it's quite interesting and quite awesome, to be honest.
Yeah. And that being said, don't use the trem on this. The tuners are not fantastic. So I think we're talking about whether this is a stage guitar or not, because if I wanted a red guitar for the stage, this would be absolutely awesome. I want this guitar for 225 euros. I might actually have to buy it. However, there are some things that I need to change. You got specs like Jatoba fretboard, not rosewood or anything like that. That's absolutely fine. Nickel frets, a fairly comfortable neck, as in not chunky, not skinny, not modern C, a trem that currently doesn't work. Pickups we'll go into in a little bit. We'll do some drive sounds. We've got volume and tone and a 5-way switch. However, the tuners I'd need to change for sure, because I was tuning the D and nothing was really happening. I was like, oh, when's that gonna? In fact, we can do it now. Look.
You need to do a lot of work.
That was a long journey.
A long journey, yeah.
And I want to be able to control it, but I don't want to have to turn that much to get it in tune. And the problem is, Steve, I love this guitar from the look, and guitar players are idiots like that. I'm going to play it for some rock stuff. You agree?
Yeah, I agree totally.
Let's see if it's still in tune. Just realized we haven't mentioned the setup is brilliant. The string, the string action, the playability is absolutely fantastic, in my opinion.
Again, for that price, it's stunning, to be honest, that it comes straight with that setup.
I didn't even think of that. Now I think we're not being fair to the guitar. Or to Ibanez in Germany, because all their guitars go through, at this price point and above, their guitars go through a quality control. And we visited it actually yesterday, and there's these guys who love Ibanez, and they are overjoyed to be working on these guitars. You can see them, right? You can feel it.
Absolutely, they're doing amazing work, but it's part of their life already, of course, checking these guitars every day.
Yeah, so that's an amazing setup. So. Do you want to have a go on the old rock playing? Steve,
it doesn't change when I change the pickup.
It's still out of tune.
It's still out of tune. I don't know why. Yeah, probably there is some things to do, possibly.
I grabbed the trem.
Yeah.
I did the thing that I said I wasn't going to do.
Okay. Let's tune it. Enough for now. Not bad.
I leaned back a little bit then. I was looking at you with the guitar. It looked good on you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just from hearing Steve play then, I've decided that I'm going to get that guitar.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because
you already made the decision.
Made the decision.
Away. Yeah.
Just hearing it. The monitoring situation now that we're hearing is not ideal. However, what my brain said was the bones of this guitar, the basics, the wood, the setup and everything, it's got it.
And it's red, isn't it?
And it's bright red all over. What it needs is to have this blocked or exchanged for something, or more work done on the trem, if I were to use that. But if you block it so it's then got no trem, perfect. If it needs to sound different, I would replace the pickups, if it needs to sound different. And I'd replace the tuners. And I think there's a rock solid guitar there.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I also definitely would block this somehow to make it as stable as possible. Yeah, change of this one, of course, but then just go for it, because for that money, it's also worth it to invest a little bit in it. But then you have a real cool red rock guitar for the stage, of course, and it will look amazing.
One thing else is the strap buttons on this, which we don't, like, guitar review channels don't talk about them enough, in my opinion. That has got like a round edge on it, so that when you put a strap on it, it's not going to come off. And think back to how many times have you put a strap on a guitar and it's fallen off and the guitar has almost hit the ground? In fact, I remember rehearsals with you and it's happened with your custom shop telly, and the guitar's gone.
Yeah. The good thing would have been for this guitar, it's a heavy relic. So if it falls down and has 2 or 3 more scratches,
yeah,
I would enjoy it.
Yeah, you've made it more expensive.
No, I would not enjoy it, but it would not be that shitty, like you have a really shiny
guitar. That's not going to red it well because it's poly.
Yeah.
But that is not going to come off.
Yeah, good point. Definitely.
So if this is a beginner, if you are a beginner or at the start of your guitar journey, these are the things that you need to be looking at rather than do the pickups sound good. It's tuning, it's playability, is it going to fall off the strap, stuff like that. 225 euros, absolutely acceptable. I think if you invest maybe 15 euros to 20 euros in some knockoff lockable tuners, that's how much is that? 200, let's say 245. And then block off the trem, which you can do yourself with a piece of like wood or something, or some coins. You ever done that? He's like Eric Clapton did that.
Oh, really?
He got some money and coins and put it in the back to stop the block moving.
I didn't know that.
It was a trick in the 1960s. Solid. And then if you wanted to change the pickups, if you wanted to change the sound and improve the sound if it's needed, you can get pickups for like, what, 60 euros for 2 humbuckers that are still pretty decent.
I think so, yeah.
So I think we could keep it to about 300 euros, and that would be a phenomenal guitar.
Exactly.
But as it exists, if you can sort the tuning, not issues, but don't do the things that I did, that's a cracking guitar. And I'm sold. I'm getting it.
Yeah, great to hear.
And we played a $3,000 Gibson the other day.
Yeah.
And we wanted that one. Budget guitars,
yeah,
I have more fun with them.
Absolutely. Because it's more relaxing somehow, isn't it? It's so there's no pressure behind it. It's the fun is the first thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that's the bottom line of this video. It looks like a fun guitar. It's fun money for many people. Okay, I'm speaking as a person who has some disposable income, and it sounds fun as well, and it plays fun. It is what it looks like. And that's it for me. Any final points you want to point out about the guitar? Any positives? Any negatives? Are you going to get one?
Of course, the color, as
Like
we already said.
Yeah.
I like it. I think I don't like it that much than you, because you like red guitars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as we all said, the neck is quite cool so far. It's really a cool neck. It's not too thin. I like that. I know Dan isn't like it, but don't like it, but I really like it.
Yep. There are some people that said there's too much finish on the neck, and they don't like that. They're wrong.
Yeah, absolutely wrong. Let's say it clear. They're absolutely wrong.
All
Fun guitar, amazing guitar, look awesome on stage.
Yeah.
We will see.
I love it. If you want a red guitar, that's the one to get. If you don't want a red guitar, get it, paint it. There's blue paint.
Yeah.
There's green paint. There's even white paint.
Yeah.
any of those paints, really.
Possibly you can get Olympic white somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you get Olympic white in?
Yeah, but you have to run really fast to get it and jump up, you know.
Yeah. That would be amazing. So you need to run the 60-meter run
Exactly.
under 10 seconds,
Under
then you
10
get the Olympic white
paint.
at any shop in Austria, Germany, America, wherever.
Not America.
Not America.
No, that's racist in America.
Okay. Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it always gets better and better, as we see now. Red guitar for Andrew Ferris.
Thank you. I'm sold. There is a link on screen right now to Steve's channel because he's pretty new at this and I want you to go and visit his stuff. It's in German. So if you speak German, fantastisch. If not, not fantastisch. And yeah, how do you end your videos in German? You can end it in German.
Thank you for having me. We need to skip to German. It's quite it's quite difficult. It's quite difficult for me right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, ich kann Deutsch.
Something
I understand the switch. So go visit his channel. I'm going to go and get that guitar, and there are links so you can as well. Bye bye.